Hey, what's going on, everybody? Subby here. And what we are doing, we are actually following some of our storm chasers down in southwest Missouri as they going to be following this line of storms that really just blew up here over the. Let me sit there was hearing an echo there. Here over the last 30 minutes, we've seen these showers actually start to intensify along a cold front that is going to be moving through southwest Missouri. And we talked a little bit about this last night where there's just going to be a short window of opportunity for any strong storms to fire up down in southwest Missouri. And as we kind of zoom back out just a little bit, this is actually just south of Springfield Metro. I'm not expecting a whole lot of activity over around the Joplin area. I think it's going to stay primarily along this line that these storms are currently forming on from just south of Springfield down through Republic, Crane, Maryville, Purdy, Cassville, and the strongest cell right now is down around Washburn, which is down right along the far southern part of Missouri, right along the Arkansas Missouri border. So, what you're seeing up here on top of the screen right now, we actually have 417 chasers out there in the field. We also have Team Havoc. They are located right here. Both of them are just south of Aurora, Verona, and they are traveling eastbound on Highway 60, and they're going to try to get out ahead of this line of storms. We do have Nader Boys. Now, they are actually right over here in Highlandville. That is where Isaac and Levy are sitting at right now. They're actually in great position right now in Highlandville to intercept these cells as they continue to move off to the northeast. As of right now, there is no watches out for southwest Missouri. However, they did mention that there was a 60% chance of a severe thunderstorm watch down here in southwest Missouri. I think they've just been kind of waiting to see if any of these storms were going to fire, maybe how fast that they intensify. So I wouldn't be too surprised if we do see a severe thunderstorm watch go up for parts of southwest and south central Missouri here over the next 30 minutes. But we're really going to be watching this line very closely, of course, for the storm chasers. What I try to do is try to make sure that they stay in a within a safe distance from these storms. Make sure they don't need any help in trying to find an entry or an exit from this line of storms. So they're doing great. They're set up in great location. We got Nader Boys out ahead of this line, and then of course we've got 417 Team Havoc. They're going to be pushing their way into this line from behind it. So we're going to kind of stay with them, and we're in constant communication with them on radio, so we'll be able to do commute or to communicate back and forth with each other. And then, of course, from time to time, we will actually take a listen in on their live stream. So glad to have everybody on board today. We've got a beautiful day here in west central Missouri. We've got looking for a high right around 80 degrees today, and I'm not expecting any rainfall here in west central Missouri. This is primarily going to be down to the south in southwest Missouri, south central Missouri, and then this afternoon. We're really going to be, these storms are really going to be firing up in southeast Missouri, northeast Arkansas, as well as parts of Illinois. We could be on a verge of a outbreak of some sort this afternoon. We got high dew points. We have so much wind shear in the atmosphere right now. We were just talking about this before we went live this morning. Right east of where that cold front is, we're looking at southwest winds anywhere between 15 to 25 miles per hour, and then we've got due west wind up above us at about 18,000 feet. That is going about 80 to 100 miles per hour. So we get that spinning of the atmosphere and spinning of these cells, and the biggest threat out of these are going to be very large hail. I think the Storm Prediction Center put maximum hail size right around the 4.25 inch mark, which is insane amount of wind shear and hail size. So we're going to be watching this very closely. Again, the strongest cell right now looks to be coming up on Cassville, right down here. And of course, our boys are making through, heading east from Aurora, and that's going to be Team Havoc, and of course 417 Chasers. And again, we have Nader Boys set up right here in Highlandville, and they're actually in good position to intercept any of these cells right now that are really starting to intensify over the last 3 or 4 runs of radar. They continue to intensify. Right now, no warnings, no watches for southwest Missouri, but that could change here over the next half hour or so. So, of course, I am going to be keeping close eye with the National Weather Service out of Springfield, in which I am in direct contact with them as well. They actually just mentioned that they just released a weather balloon a little while ago, and the readings that they're picking up right now, there's a significant increase in moisture from the previous sounding. So we're increasing our moisture. We have strong wind shear. We have a lifting mechanism of a cold front pushing through. So really, we have all the ingredients set there. If they can break through a mid-level cap that's in place right now, in which some of these storms are actually doing it, we could see a few very strong thunderstorms here in southwest Missouri. So that's one of the reasons why we have our storm chasers down in that area. They're constantly taking data and sending it back. I do know that Matt from 417 Chasers, he actually is waiting on a piece from his probe to come in. So hopefully that'll be coming up here, here probably by Monday. And of course, Monday and Tuesday is going to be our biggest threat for severe weather, what we're looking at. So for actually eastern Missouri, western half of Missouri, this is just about a 2-hour window that we're going to see these storms fire up, and they're going to be trucking very quickly. They're going to be moving off to the east at anywhere between 45 to 65 miles per hour. So they are really going to be trucking. And of course, on this next scan, we are still getting some strengthening thunderstorms from just southwest of Springfield down to Cassville. The boys are talking about the boys are talking about. I'm listening to their conversations on our radio through an earpiece, but they're talking about the hail core. Matt is wanting to put his probe down in front of this, and of course they're just saying, "Hey, if you're in doubt, just punch the core, just punch the core and set it down in there." Of course, we are looking at the possibility of up to over 4 inch hail with a strong thunderstorm. So yeah, I don't know if you're gonna want to be hail punching necessarily through the middle of of these thunderstorms today. So at least not without a helmet. So let's listen in on Matt Jones. We'll go ahead and I'm gonna give him. Hey Matt, we're gonna be listening in on you here. Here in about 15, 20 seconds, we're gonna go to your live stream. If you might want to discuss maybe a little bit on what you guys are seeing and what your plans are, that'd be great. All right, you're live.
So currently, we're still headed east on Highway 60. This line of storms, some pretty good cell fire, and down to the south, moving. Okay, yeah. So we're moving on 60 east. We're gonna try to get back to Highway 65 because there's cell foreman just come out of the out of Arkansas. It's got some good potential to it. So we're going to continue on 60. We're gonna hit 65 south and try to cut off that storm there and try to get our camera probe out in front of it and get some ground level shots of that storm. So the line looks to be like it's firing up, and the storms that are forming are starting to get some height to them. So that's a good sign. But it does look like the show right now is much south of the Springfield metro currently. There's some little storms starting to form, but the big show is that cell down, kind of like just south of Cassville right now. Where we're trying to move into position to have an intercept on that storm there. Uh, so yeah, that's what we're doing. We should be back to 65 here in about 20 minutes, and then and that thing is building. Yeah. So hopefully we can catch it. But that is the plan. That's what we're doing now. So yeah, I'll hop back when we have an update.
All right, so that was Matt Jones with 417 Chasers, and kind of given their target location, they are going to be probably meeting up over there close to Nader Boys over near Highlandville. Right now, let's take a look at where the boys are at right now. So they are just south of Billings. They're kind of following this cell right here, and they're heading over probably closer to Highlandville, Nixa area. Isaac is still over there in Highlandville, him and Levy with Nader Boys. So I have a feeling what they're going to want to do is probably intercept this cell right down here just east of Cassville is going to be their plan as it continues its eastward progress here over the next 30 minutes or so. This is definitely the strongest cell from the line right now. It is developing a hail core. I have a feeling we will likely start to see possibly a special weather statement put on this cell before too long from the National Weather Service, as it is showing some probability of hail right now associated with it. So that's going to be a cell we're going to be keeping a very close eye on. The tornado threat is not the biggest severe threat for today. However, it is still there. So we're going to have to be watching that very closely. Reed Springs, Branson West, Galena, Highlandville. This is going to be the path that this cell is going to be taking, and then eventually on up toward Ozark and Sparta over the next hour, hour and a half. So definitely be keeping a close eye on this. Need to be staying weather aware, as this lone cell seems to be the strongest one out of the bunch right now, as it continues to move off to the northeast at a good clip at around 50, 55 miles per hour. And of course, once Nader Boys actually go live, we will have them on here as well. We'll kind of get the feel for what they're thinking, and we'll listen in on their stream here as soon as they get up and going. Let's check in with Team Havoc, see what they're doing here. All right, let's go ahead and listen in on Team Havoc. Hey Andy, we got you guys on our live stream listening in right now.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, so we're kind of following Matt right now. What's up, everybody? We kind of got the same plan as Matt right now. As you can see, he's in front of us. We're kind of a two-car convoying it, if you will. Yeah, just watching. Just kind of watching this cell that's kind of heading towards the Sparta area, Highlandville area. It does seem like it's maturing and intensifying. So we'll see.
All right, so that was Team Havoc. Andy and Jeff, they're out there, and from what he had said, they're kind of following Matt. They are up here right now. Looks like, yeah, Andy and Matt both. They are up here just south of Republic, and they're likely going to be coming over here to 65. I have a feeling to meet up here with Isaac and Nader Boy there at Highlandville. So there's a couple of cells, one over Crane, one over kind of in between Billings and Clever. And then, of course, the strongest cell right now looks like it is along Highway 76, just southwest of McCord Bend, and 248. 248 runs north and south right now. That's the strongest cell out from this line. Right now, it does have a small hail core. We're just seeing if this is going to intensify any. And again, southwest Missouri is not under any kind of watch or warning as of right now, but we are keeping a close eye on this line of storms extending from Eureka Springs, Arkansas, all the way up to just the south side of Springfield. So we're going to be keeping a close eye on this for our friends and family down in southwest Missouri, in Branson, Springfield, Ozark, Nixa, Aurora. We are going to be covering this as this line of storms move off to the east at a pretty strong clip. It's running anywhere between 45 to 65 miles per hour to the east northeast. So probably within the next hour and a half or so, most of these cells are going to be out of southwest Missouri and into south central Missouri, where this afternoon south central, southeast Missouri, as well as parts of northern Arkansas and Illinois are going to be under the gun for a potential severe storm outbreak there right around the Boot Hill and far southeast Missouri. So I know there's a lot of storm chasers that are set up down there for that activity this afternoon. And then we're going to be having a great rest of the day in southwest Missouri, west central Missouri, eastern Kansas. We're going to be warming up, close to 80 degrees. We're going to have plenty of sunshine. And then actually tomorrow, because of that passage of the cold front, we're only going to be looking at highs on Saturday in the upper 70s. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous out tomorrow. And we have a chance for some non-severe showers, maybe a thunder shower Saturday night. And then Sunday afternoon, Monday, and Tuesday are going to be our weather aware days for the western half of Missouri, including southwest Missouri again, as well as eastern Kansas. And right now it's setting up to be a pretty volatile situation over an extended period of time from Sunday night through probably early in the day on Wednesday, early Wednesday morning. So definitely going to have to stay weather aware on that. And of course, I will be live on Subby's Weather Talk and through Radford Media Group once those storms have that tendency to affect us here in west central Missouri. Of course, I will be live tracking those storms as they come into our area. Just checking on any kind of updates through the National Weather Service right now. Of course, they're really focused on also on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, but just to the east of Springfield, from what the National Weather Service has kind of highlighted, is really just to the east of Springfield. From let's see here. Let's just put this on. Right in this area is where the uh, National Weather Service is kind of highlighting for potential afternoon development of thunderstorms, and that's going to be along that cold front. This is where we're going to see these storms initiate, and then they will continue to move off to the east, and then that's when we really could see several severe thunderstorms in southeast Missouri as we go into the middle to late afternoon hours. Hello? So when Nader boys go to listen to the stream, if they are listening to the stream right now, they'll be happy to know that Drake Kidwilder just Facebook called me. I'm sure he is wanting to know where Nader boys are located at right now, so he can maybe get a hold of them. So if you're out there, Nader boys, hearing our stream here, just know Drake is trying to get a hold of you guys. All right, let's check on these boys. We got Matt, and looks like we got Matt, and we've got Team Havoc. They are over here near Republic right now. See if we can find. There's Team Havoc, and there is Matt Jones. They are moving along, moving northeast on Highway 60. And looked like Isaac and Levy with Nader boys, they are moving on 65 heading north. Hi, Kelly. Down Mountain Home, Arkansas. So, Mountain Home is right here. Now, they are going to actually be kind of under the gun here, probably over the next couple hours. And this cold front is actually going to be working its way to the east. So, yeah, they're going to be kind of under the gun here, probably right around the 1-2 o'clock time frame is when they could see a few strong thunderstorms develop. Right now, the National Weather Service is kind of expecting this line to kind of fill in a little bit. And as you can see down here near Clarksville, Ozark, Russellville in Arkansas, we have a pretty intense thunderstorm down in that area right now. But right now, it's not looking like it's spreading too much right now. We're really just have 3 supercells that we're watching. One just south of Springfield, another one near Highlandville, And then the strongest of the three right now is down around Reed Springs and Galena and just north of Branson. Now, these storms are moving to the northeast, but definitely need to be keeping a close eye on any thunderstorm development from from Branson down to Clarksville, Arkansas, because these cells will be moving to the northeast and could affect Mountain Home here within the next hour or two. So make sure she's weather aware, make sure she has a plan in place, and I think she'll be just fine. We're also going to see some additional development as we go into the middle, late afternoon as well for this area. So definitely a weather aware day for her down there, Kelly, in Mountain Home. Yes, it's going to be beautiful this evening down there, all of southwest Missouri and northwest Arkansas. This is going to be moved out by late afternoon, and it's going to leave us with just a great, nice, and cool evening for pretty much all of western Missouri and in northern Arkansas, including Mountain Home, once these storms move out by late afternoon. A little sooner for the Springfield area once this line of storms move off to the east that we're currently tracking right now. We're going to start to get the clearing. We're going to get a switching of the winds, and we're going to see the temperature drop just a few degrees, and it's going to be a beautiful afternoon. All right, look like we do have Nader boys. They are up and going. Right now, they are along 65 Highway, the last that we looked at. Look like they are, look like they're going to be meeting up with these boys. Look like Matt and Team Havoc, 417 Chasers, they're going to be going, look like they're going to be going eastbound on 60. And of course, Isaac and Nader boys, they might be meeting up here at this intersection right up here. trying to get a game plan on what they're going to do, if they're going to follow this cell or if they're going to kind of wait and see what happens with this cell down here in Reed Springs and Galena. Looks like Nader Boy's getting into a little bit of a shower right now. Let's go ahead and listen in on Nader Boys and see what they have going on right now. Hey, Nader Boys, we got you guys live right now. If you guys want to kind of explain what the game plan is right now.
Copy that, Jim. All right, everybody. So we are currently heading east on 60, just outside of Springfield. We're kind of getting into a little late in the game here compared to what the other guys have been, but like I said, we're heading east. We're going to try to get over towards Ava, Missouri. That's kind of the thought right now. We'll kind of see how fast these storms continue going. They're booking it across. So. Sorry about that. I'm trying to listen to the team chat too, guys. But we are heading east. These storms are starting to really kind of build up down here. I've just hit a little rain. That's basically about all I got for you right now. Like I said, we're getting a little late in the game. But we're out here. We're going to do our best to continue getting some information out to you guys. And we may end up meeting up with 417 Storm Chasers and hopping in with them once we get up here and kind of analyze a little bit. It's going to have to be a quick stop and get going again to stay with this line of storms. But we're out here. If you guys could head over to our actually, I assume you're watching us on the new Midwest Meso project page, but if you aren't, go there, hit the like, subscribe button, and continue getting this information from all of us. So that's what we're here for, guys. So we appreciate all your guys' assistance in this and letting us get down here and do this. So Jim, if you want to go ahead and take it back, I'll let you take it, and I'm just going to continue driving and trying not to hit anybody. So I got a motorcyclist back here that's wanting to come up on me pretty dang quick.
Hopefully Isaac stays safe here over the next few minutes, but you kind of have an idea on what they're trying to do. They're going to be meeting up with Team Havoc and 417 Chasers here, probably here within the next 15-20 minutes, and then they'll kind of get a plan together on how they're going to intercept these cells. Right now, no watcher warning for Southwest Missouri. So, again, we're just keeping a close eye on the potential of seeing any further development of these storms. Now, we do have a new tornado watch that has been issued for Arkansas and south. So, well, there we go. We do have a new tornado watch that includes where the boys are at here over the next 7 hours. So, you've seen that just pop up there in the corner of your screen about the same time that I did. So, and again, we're going to have a tornado watch on the board for the next 7 hours where these boys are going to be chasing these individual cells. So we'll be keeping a close eye on that, but take a look at the size of this tornado watch. This is a big one, guys. It goes from St. Louis over to Mount Vernon, Illinois, all the way down through West Plains, just south of Springfield, and all the way down to Fort Smith, Arkansas. So this is a very large area that is under the gun for the potential of some strong to severe thunderstorms with all modes of severe weather possible. Hey, you bet. We're glad to do it. We've got 3 storm chaser crews out there on the ground down in southwest Missouri, just south of Springfield. Glad that you guys have the ability to be able to follow along with us. We will be watching these storms as they continue to move off to the northeast at a pretty good clip. 45 to 65 miles per hour is how fast these storms are trucking. And of course, we're watching for any intensification. It's pretty ripe down there in southwest Missouri today. We've got ample energy. That's the CAPE. That's the convective available potential energy that these storms that they need that to survive. So we have plenty of CAPE. We see the cap is slowly eroding here in southern Missouri and into Arkansas. So, pretty ripe conditions down here. We're just, we've got everybody in place, and we will continue to update you on any watches, warnings, or advisories down here with our storm chasers on the ground, giving me a heads up on what I'm looking at radar compared to what they're seeing on the ground. So, we could have a long afternoon for those that live down in southeast Missouri, as by the time this cold front makes its way over into south central, southeast Missouri, we could see numerous strong to severe thunderstorms in that area. So, likely going to be a long afternoon for those in that area. So, and again, kind of zoom out, we've got a very large area under the gun with a tornado watch ongoing for the next 7 hours. Take a look at where our storm chasers are currently at right now. So we got Andy, Hicks, and Team Havoc. They're still moving eastbound on 60 Highway. We've got Matt Jones also heading eastbound. See if we can find kind of lost Nader boys here on 65. They were heading up here toward the 60 and 65 intersection. I'm gonna guess that they're probably gonna take 60 and they're gonna continue east here over the next 30 45 minutes. Try to stay ahead of this line of storms here, stretching from just south of Springfield down through Nixa, Ozark, and south of Highlandville. So a pretty good little thunderstorm right now coming across 65 Highway. And of course, this is in between Nixa, Fremont Hills, Ozark. It is not severe warned. It does not even have a special weather statement on it. And I am not seeing really any kind of hail core associated with this cell right now. But again, as I just mentioned, the conditions are ripe for the possibility of seeing some of these cells intensify as they continue their northeast approach. Take a look at this cell down here. This is a very strong cell down here near Lamar in Clarksville, Arkansas. It is under a severe thunderstorm warning with hail up to 1.5 inch. It is radar indicated, possible wind speeds up to 60 miles per hour, straight line winds. And it is expires here about another 26 minutes left down here on the Arkansas side. And if you guys caught our roundtable last night, we got all of our chasers together. We have a roundtable out ahead of each severe event that we see forthcoming. We get together, we talk about the conditions, we talk about what could happen, we take a look at model data, and we knew that down here in southwest Missouri, there's only going to be a couple hour window that these storms would have a chance to intensify and possibly become severe as that cold front continues to work its way to the east. And then, of course, later on in the heat of the day, during that magic hour in the evening, that cold front is going to be making its way into southeast Missouri, in which that could provide a focus of numerous strong to severe thunderstorms in southeast Missouri as we go into the late afternoon. But so far, these cells, they are behaving themselves, which is great news here around the Springfield area. And actually, for those in Springfield proper, really that line is pretty much to your east. That line is from Stratford down to Ozark, Nixa, Highlandville, down to Branson. Pretty much just running right along 65 highway right now. So, really not expecting hardly or very many more cells to pop up behind this line. We're mainly going to be focusing on this line of storms, and anything that could happen to form in front of this line is what we're going to be really focused on. There are a couple showers that radar is picking up behind this line, but those are likely not going to have any juice to be able to turn severe or get any stronger. Just garden variety thunder shower and maybe a rain shower. So most of Springfield, you guys, and Republic, the west side of Greene County, you guys can kind of breathe a sigh of relief. You pretty much escaped this unscathed here this morning. And again, we wasn't expecting a huge outbreak, but the potential of a few stronger thunderstorms down here in southwest Missouri. And as we get into those afternoon hours, as you see, a very large area under the gun, under a tornado watch for the next 7 hours, and stretches from St. Louis all the way down into parts of Oklahoma. So a very large area. Remember, a tornado watch means the ingredients are favorable for the formation of tornadoes. It does not mean that a tornado is imminent. It just says that the conditions are favorable for the possibility of a tornado anywhere in and around this tornado watch box that they had put out here just over the last 15 minutes or so. You're wearing the shirt right now. Fantastic. Thanks for supporting Subby's Weather Talk. I appreciate that. See if we can pick up Nader boys. Of course, they're still heading east on 60. That's 417 Chasers, and we've got Team Havoc. They're hightailing east along 60 highway. Of course, a pretty good little cell up here just to the east of Springfield. This is going to be along Highway 132 that runs east to west. Looks like it is developing a little bit of a hail core right now. Mainly rural areas And again, this is going to be just south of Highway 132. And that actually crosses Highway 65 on the east side of Springfield. Looks like we got a little bit of a hail core going on right there. And then, of course, we have a few other cells that are continuing to hang on. They're kind of they're intensifying and then they're kind of weakening, kind of back and forth. They're pulsing thunderstorms right now, so it's kind of hard for them to really kind of get going. At least these storms up here in southwest Missouri. We still have a very strong cell down here near Clarksville, Arkansas, still under a severe thunderstorm warning for the next 20 minutes for inch and a half hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. We're going to check Team Havoc and see what they've got going on. Check in with Matt and his team.
I'm trying to get the camera working again. All right, I think we're back going now.
Okay, looks like Matt is kind of going through.
Yeah, so
There he goes.
we're just now coming into Rogersville, just kind of right on the edge of this first storm that went south of Springfield. Looks like there's kind of a cell going up to the north. This one's right now just quite a bit of rain and wind. Um, but we are trying to continue to press east and get out.
All right, we'll get back to Matt here maybe when he gets into a little bit better coverage. Kind of having a hard time keeping up with the signal where he's at right now. So we'll go ahead and pause Matt right now. I do want to tell you guys of a new severe thunderstorm warning that they have issued for the far east side of Springfield. This is not going to be for Springfield proper, but we just looked at that cell just a little bit ago, and this is going to be south of Stratford, just south of Holman, and it's moving off to the northeast. So 1.25 inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds are possible, and it expires here in about an hour. So this is going to be for central Webster, northwestern Wright, and southeastern Greene County, in southwest Missouri. A severe thunderstorm was located near Stratford, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. So northeastern Springfield, Marshville, Stratford, Niangua, Duncan, Raider, Turners, Grove Spring, Odin, and Northview are all in the path of this cell. So again, severe thunderstorm warning for the next hour is what you're looking at right here for this particular cell. So there is Nader Boys. They are on 60 highway. They are moving east. So they had talked about listening to the boys targeting over here at Hartville. This cell right here, just to the south of Stratford. I'm keeping a close eye on this. It is all by itself right now. There is a little bit of an inflow. Let me show you guys. Let me show you guys what I am talking about here real quick. There's a little bit of an inflow right here. What that means is that there's moist, warm air that's being drawn into this thunderstorm to help it sustain itself, and it's getting a little bit stronger. It's under a severe thunderstorm warning, and we'll be watching for any maturing of this cell. Sometimes we can sit there and get that inflow pumping into that cell. We get the wind changing in direction and height, and it begins to rotate. We already have strong updrafts because we know that because of the potential of getting some 1.25 inch hail out of the deal. So that's something we're going to be watching very closely here over the next few minutes. This cell up here, and again, south of Interstate 44, south of Stratford, just south of Holman, Missouri. I'm going to switch over here to our velocity radar. Look like, and we are very close to the Springfield NEXRAD radar tower, in which that's where we get our radar feed from. It's very, very close, and sometimes when you're so close to that radar site, it throws some radar jargon out there that doesn't make too much sense. It distorts the radar depiction. So, but I am seeing a little bit of broad rotation, likely associated with that updraft. You have to have a strong updraft in order for hail to be able to be able to be produced. You have to have strong updraft that carries those raindrops up to 18, 20,000 feet above our heads, and it freezes into that hailstone, and it begins to get so heavy it falls. If those updrafts are strong enough, it will send it right back up to 18, 20,000 feet, and it will form another layer. Eventually it becomes so heavy that it falls to the surface. So because this has some potential of 1.25 inch hail, we do know that it has strong updrafts that's associated with it. In picking up a little bit better right in this area right here. A little bit better rotation. So again, we're going to be keeping a very close eye on that here over the next few minutes. That would be this little area right here. Kind of broad this out just a little bit. And again, we got still a very strong cell down here just north of Russellville. That's in Arkansas. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning up here to the east of Springfield. It is now near Stratford, and it's moving off to the northeast. So Springfield proper, you guys are in the clear. Matter of fact, you're probably going to be in the clear for the rest of the day. So that's great news. If you have anybody still finishing up college down in that neck of the woods, down in Springfield, Ozark, Nixa area, if you have friends, relatives down in that area, in Springfield proper, the severe threat is pretty much done for you guys for the rest of the day, and you can enjoy really a beautiful rest of the day down there in Springfield. Now, a little different story as you move off to the east, and again, we've got 2 or 3 cells up here in southwest Missouri we're keeping a close eye on. We have storm chasers on the ground. You see them up here, the top of your screen. We got 417 chasers, Team Havoc, and we got Nader boys that are out there on the ground relaying information back to me, so I know what's going on the ground besides what I'm looking at here on radar. So taking a look at where our boys are at right now, we have Matt Jones, 417, and Team Havoc. They're down here. Looks like they are just right at Fordland on Highway 60. Isaac Wilson is east of Seymour right now. And I have a feeling they are going to be heading up to 5 Highway. 5 Highway, very well-traveled highway that, actually goes from Ava, Mansfield, Hartfield. This thing will take you all the way to Lake of the Ozarks. So that is, I believe, their game plan is to hit 5 Highway, stay in front of these cells. And, of course, we're watching a very closely this particular cell that is near Northview, Red Top, along B Highway. This one right now is definitely the strongest out of these cells. It has a very healthy hell core. It is still under a severe thunderstorm warning for the next 38 minutes for 1.25 inch hail. 60-mile-per-hour winds are possible. And we got to keep in mind these cells are actually entering into an area that is ripe for tornado potential. So all the ingredients are there. Even though there's not a tornado imminent, the conditions are favorable for a tornado if you are in that tornado watch area. And all of these cells that our team is following is under the gun for that tornado watch. So we do have a brand new severe thunderstorm warning. That's going to be for these 2 cells that are coming up from let's see here, east of Ozark, just east of Sparta. It's going to be heading right up there to where Isaac and Nader boys are at. We'll check in with them here momentarily. Let's go ahead and talk about this severe thunderstorm warning. This is going to be for southeastern Webster County, southwestern Wright County, northwestern Douglas County, north central Taney County, and southeastern Christian County, all in southwestern Missouri. At 12:21, severe thunderstorms located near Taneyville and 8 miles east of Sparta, or 10 miles northeast of Forsyth, moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. So, again, brand new severe thunderstorm warning. Looked like it's going to be heading right up to where Isaac and Nader boys are at. We do have Team Havoc and 417 chasers heading eastbound on 60 highway, catching up with these cells. It looks like they're going to try to intercept these cells right down here that just got issued into a severe thunderstorm warning. We did just have a new pop-up. I'm not sure exactly what that one was, but we should find out here pretty quickly. I'm going to check in with the National Weather Service here real quick. So it looks like Marshville, they're reporting pea size to dime size hail, and that's in Marshfield right now. That's up here with this northern cell. So Marshfield Fire Department is reporting pea to dime size hail here in Marshall. Look like they're on the northern end of this, the hail core on this. Seems like the larger hail, possibly up to quarter size, is a little bit further south and southwest of Marshfield right now. This is going to be just east of Northview. And we still have that strong cell just north of Russellville. Still has the severe thunderstorm warning ongoing. And then we've got 2 severe thunderstorm warnings now on the Missouri side. This is going to be east of Springfield, east of Nixa, east of Highlandville. So if you are along that line and west of it, you guys are pretty much in the clear for the rest of the day. You guys are going to have a beautiful rest of the afternoon. It's along this line of storms we're seeing right now and to the east that we're concerned about as that cold front continues to push east into south central Missouri. And of course, along and just ahead of that cold front is where we're starting to see some of these thunderstorms fire up from just south of Lebanon down to Conway, Seymour, Ava, and then of course then we kind of have a dead space between Branson and Marshall, Arkansas. And then we have a very intense thunderstorm down here just north of Russellville, Arkansas. All right, let's check in with 417 Chasers if we can keep a steady stream here with these guys. We'll come back to Matt here in just a little bit. Seems like they're all kind of going into a little bit of a dead zone down here along 60 Highway right now. We'll wait till we get just a little bit better reception and we will go back to the Storm Chasers. So we have that severe thunderstorm warning for that north cell. Looks like they have just brought up an update that is still in effect until 1 o'clock Central Time for northeastern Webster, northwestern Wright counties. There has been a report of quarter-size hail in Webster County. Looked like that there is a severe thunderstorm located over Marshfield, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. And of course, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts are possible and up to half-dollar size hail. So emergency management at 1228, quarter-size hail was reported in Marshfield. So definitely intensifying a little bit, especially that northern cell right now is we can see actually some broad rotation right now, probably associated with some of the hail core that, when you get quarter-inch hail, you've got to have strong updraft. You have to have a mesocyclone. So it looks like that we're going to be keeping a very close eye on this couplet here over the next few minutes just to make sure we don't see it start to shrink up, maybe tighten up, and the possibility of producing a tornado. But that's definitely something we're keeping a very close eye on. This is over Lindstrew Ford, and this is going to be just south of Marshall, heading over to Highway 38, High Prairie, Bracken, and Johnson Ford here over the next 35 minutes. All right, so let's listen in on Team Havoc. Andy and Jeff, they're out there. Let's listen in and see what they've got going on.
like freaking out. We just turned our lights off.
Yeah. Dude, that thing is wrapping up.
You're on right now.
Hey everybody, so we're really kind of watching, let's see here, this couplet right here on this north storm. Now this north storm is kind of just east of Marshfield, coming out of Marshfield, moving east. We're currently trying to figure out how to get on it at the moment. We got 417 Storm Chasers up here. We're right behind them, so anytime you're watching their live stream, just know that we are right behind them. We're trying, like I said, we're trying to figure out a way to make a move on this north storm right here, as it's still just severe thunderstorm warned. But man, with the way it's really looking on radar right now, it's looking pretty mean. So we'll keep you updated the best we can. Yeah, be careful, Jeff.
Let's be mindful of that with our speeds, because it's pretty drifty right now.
Yep.
Thanks, Matt.
All right, we'll let Team Havoc concentrate on the road right now. If you mentioned that Matt had mentioned just moments ago that had mentioned just a while back that there's a lot of water that is starting to pond out on the roadways. So definitely want to make sure they keep focus on the road. So we'll check in with them here whenever hopefully they'll get in position to be able to get out ahead of these storms to bring some good footage to us. And we'll get back with them here in just a minute. Let's take a look at these severe thunderstorm warnings that we have here on the board. And of course, this northern cell, what Andy was talking about was this northern storm right here. This is the one that is severe warned that's just over Marshfield right now, over Niangua, and looked like it has a pretty good hail core on it. We're definitely watching for any signs of rotation of any of those small couplets that we could see along with this cell. So we're keeping a very close eye on this one. Seems to be kind of the strongest one out of the three cells. But if you take a look down here near Ava, now this is pulsing up with a very large hail core, and this is going to be down just southeast of Jackson Mill, east of Roy, and it's going to be heading over toward Highway 5, toward Ava and Hest. So if you live in Ava and Hest, there's a very strong thunderstorm heading your direction, and could be ping pong ball size hail associated with this thunderstorm. So again, these cells are kind of pulsing. They're getting stronger, and then they cycle, and then they cycle again, then they get stronger. So of course our storm chasers are on the ground. They're kind of feeding me in. If we take a look at Team Havoc's shot right now, pretty impressive right now. Let me see if I can blow that up just a little bit for you guys. We won't listen in, but we'll take a little bit closer look here at that cell. And they are along 60 highway. They are actually looking at the Mansfield storm that is right along 60 highway. I'll show you guys. They are situated right here along 60 highway, Team Havoc. and they're looking toward this cell here in Mansfield. So they've got a pretty good picture right now. Mean old thunderstorm there along 60 highway. It is still severe warned for the next 20 minutes, and of course that's for 2-inch hail. That's ping pong ball size hail. 60-mile-per-hour winds is possible within that cell. That northern cell again is developing another good sized hail core as well. You can see that right here. And then of course that southern storm right now, man, that thing's got one heck of a hail core, and that's running along Highway 76. And this is going to be primarily rural area, but right along Highway 76 on up, and eventually be crossing 5 highway in between Ava and Hest. So we are getting some reports of some pea-sized hail in Ava right now. So, of course, we could be seeing some larger hail moving through Ava here in the next 15, 20 minutes. Let's go. Want to take a. Let me blow up Team Havoc. They've got a great view on this cell. That you guys take a look here. They've got a great view of this cell into Mansfield. They're just on the back side of it. They're probably looking right at the hail core right now. The hail core is likely going to be right here. You see where it's really light color right here? That is going to be the hail core. And if they continue, they'll be driving right into that hail core here over the next 15, 20 minutes if they can catch up to the center of this cell here. So a great view there of the cell, Team Havoc. So we've got, we do have golf ball size hail now being reported on 5 highway. Let's take a look at that here. So likely right here just south of Hartville. It look like we have golf ball size hail on 5 highway, and then West 76. That is going to be, looks like right down here. We've got quarter-size hail being reported along West 76. We also have a new severe thunderstorm warning out a little bit further north. This is going to be just to the east of Lebanon, and it's going to run parallel with Interstate 44. So Carroll Junction, Gaskazark, I guess, is the name of that town, right along, looked like Interstate 44. So, new severe thunderstorm warning. That is actually going to be for central Laclede County and Pulaski County in southwest and central Missouri. At 12:41, a severe thunderstorm was located 8 miles northeast of Lebanon, moving northeast at 55 miles per hour. So those in Fort Leonard Wood, Lebanon, Waynesville, St. Robert, Richland, Dixon, Crocker, Stoutland, Devil's Elbow, Sleeper, LaQuay, Ozark Springs, and Dry Knob are in the path of this particular cell. So we currently still have these 3 severe thunderstorm warnings that are going on here in southwest Missouri, heading over into central Missouri here over the next hour. Looks like we also have golf ball size hail in Ava reported. Golf ball size hail in Ava, Missouri. That is associated with this particular hail core. So Isaac is down here. He is in Hartville right now. Referring to that Hartville rotation that you guys are seeing to the west of Hartville, that's likely going to be associated with the rear flank. It's not in the right position for that to be tornadic of any chance. So anyway, just rest assured, I think that's just picking up some rear flank winds from the center of that cell. So let's take a look at 417 stream. They've got a pretty good view on what is going on. I'll kind of make it a little bit bigger so you guys can see. We're not going to listen in on them right now, but as you can see, they've got a pretty good view of the storm they're coming up on here, and they are on the middle cell. I will get that ready for you guys here. So what they've got going on right now, we're looking at Matt Jones' stream right now, and they are coming up here. They are staying here on 60, and they are actually coming up to the southern flank of this middle cell near Norwood, and that's what you're seeing on your screen right now. They're actually seeing this particular this what you're seeing here on his screen is really the southern edge of that middle cell. And of course, Nader boys, they are up here just east of Hartville along 38 Highway right now. They did put out a an extension to this severe thunderstorm warning, and this is going to be extending into central Missouri. That's going to be northern Wright, southeastern Laclede, southeastern Pulaski, northwestern Texas, southwestern Phelps County, and south central and central Missouri. And that's going to go for looked like until 1:30, so about another 40 minutes left on it. So as you can see here on top of our screen, we've got Team Havoc and 417 Chasers are they both have a good view of this middle storm here near Norwood. And I do believe they're wanting to try to get out ahead of this thing, but it's moving so fast. It's moving 55, 60 miles per hour, and it's not following a road. It's moving one straight line. So I think they really would like to get a probe out ahead of this and into that hail core, but that's going to be very tough for them to get up here in front of this hail core right now. Looked like that was as of just a couple minutes ago. Team Havoc is just right behind their heels there. So they did kind of readjust that severe thunderstorm warning for the southern storm. This is down here near Larissa, Brushy Knob, Cold Spring, and very, very big hail core right now. Wouldn't be surprising to see maybe even getting up there close to 2.5 to 3 inch, which is getting close to baseball size hail out of this. This is a big hail core right now. Let's jump over here to vertical integrated liquid. Yeah, so we have a very large hail core. What this particular radar does, it actually measures the size of the raindrops that are up there into the supercell. Now, obviously, raindrops are relatively uniform in size. The bigger they are, the bigger return that you see here with this particular radar. And of course, where you're seeing the purples, that is the center of the hail core, and it is very healthy, likely producing between 2.5 inch hail on the ground, with potential to even be dropping some larger size hailstones as well. So this is a very strong storm. Again, this is down around Larissa, Veracruz, Cheney, and Bushy Knob there in south central Missouri. So we did have one kind of break off just a little bit. We have looked like 4 severe thunderstorm warnings right now, 2 for the same cell. and we're likely going to be seeing yet another severe thunderstorm warning pop up for right around Houston, Kabul, Upton, Raymondville. We're likely going to be seeing another severe thunderstorm warning come out from the National Weather Service here relatively quickly for these two cells right here. And of course, we have a severe thunderstorm warning for the northern cell, the second cell, and now we have an extension of a severe thunderstorm warning. That's going to include Kabul. So that pretty much covers that area we just talked about. So let's read what it says. This is going to be for southeastern Wright, northeastern Douglas, northwestern Howell County, and southwestern Texas County, and south central southwestern Missouri. That's going to be for about the next 50 minutes. Isaac is actually in a low bit rate zone right now, probably due in part to being in the middle of a very strong cell that has just moved off just to his north. But this has a very healthy hail core on it as well. We have Team Havoc and 417 Chaser still along 60 Highway. They're going to try to intercept likely this southern storm, try to get on 60 and try to set the probe up somewhere out here just to the west of Kabul, try to catch this cell as it goes over. So I think that is their game plan right now. So we do have 2.75 inch observed hail right now. And that is for this cell right down here we just looked at. This is east of Ava. So we're getting close to baseball size hail now. And so, yeah, this is definitely a very strong thunderstorm. It does have a damage threat assessment as destructive, and that's for that almost baseball size hail that is observed right now. So yeah, that's a heck of a hail core that's ongoing right down here right now. They do also have confirmed 2.75 inch hail out of that that southern storm east of Ava. That came in about 4 minutes ago, so we're getting close to baseball size hail. The one toward now we're even getting up here close to. Now we have 3 inch radar indicated hail up here near Waynesville and Fort Leonard Wood. So very destructive hail. We knew that that was going to be the primary concern going into this morning, is going to be the possibility of seeing some monster hail out of any of these cells. So kind of zoom this. We have been kind of focusing. This is east of Springfield. So basically, if you're west of 65 highway, you do not have a severe threat for today. It is over, and you're going to be left with actually a very nice day. This is going to be west of 65. We're more concerned. We're running along a cold front. This is going to be east of 65 highway. We do have our storm chasers on the ground in the middle of these severe thunderstorm warnings. We do have one team that is set to deploy. Actually, one of the probes. I think they're going to try to get up here to Kabul ahead of this big cell down here near Brushy Knob, and they are going to put and deploy a probe out here where we can take some measurements, take some video of the cell coming across it. So that's 417 Chasers and Team Havoc. They're going along 60 Highway. And again, this is east of Springfield. And they're going to be heading over toward Kabul in hopes to be able to deploy the probe out here, out ahead of this cell down here near Brushy Knob, Denlow, Van Sant, Pryor, Topaz. And it's been dropping confirmed 2.75 inch hail. So we're getting close to baseball size hail out of this cell right now. We're getting baseball size hail up here near Waynesville and St. Robert area. So National Weather Service put a 3-inch radar indicated tag on this particular cell right here near Waynesville and St. Robert. Yeah, Brian, we're down here along I-44, but we're actually south of 44. The northern cell right now looks like it's up here near St. Robert, Waynesville. They've got a very destructive thunderstorm up there along 44, but most of these cells are south of 44. Really running along 60 Highway. That's where we have two of our chasers along 60 Highway right now. Looks like there's got a little bit of a cell convergence. Looks like these two are going to actually kind of combine into one cell. It could go through a cycling process, and possibility of it actually intensifying just a little bit after the merge. This cell here is still drawing in warm, moist air from the south and southwest, so it has plenty of fuel for the fire right now. So this is definitely a cell keeping a close eye on, and we have two of our chasers running right smack dab into it. Looks like they'll be heading into a small hail core here within probably the next probably about 10 minutes, right along 60 highway. So again, Southwest Missouri, just kind of a recap here for you guys. From Kansas City to Springfield, we're looking good. We're not expecting any rain or thunderstorms the rest of the day. We'll be left with a beautiful Friday afternoon. This is primarily going to be east of Highway 65. As you can see, where you see the yellow shaded area is a very large tornado watch for the next 5 hours. So definitely going to have to be weather aware from St. Louis down through southeast Missouri, including Poplar Bluff, West Plains, Salem, Newport, Batesville, and of course, on the Arkansas side, there's not a whole lot of activity. We've had this same cell all the way over here near Clarksville, Arkansas, continues to be severe warned, dropping large hail. But really, between that cell and our 4 cells we have up here in south central Missouri right now, there's not a lot of activity going on right here. So that's good news. We weren't expecting a big mass breakout of thunderstorms here in southwest Missouri. We knew there would be at least a couple of stronger storms. We were just waiting for them to fire. And of course, we have our storm chasers on the ground on 60 highway. Heading over toward Kabul along 60 highway. We also have Isaac Wilson. He is behind this line right now. Not sure exactly. He's having a little bit of connectivity issues as well. They have just put under a severe thunderstorm warning. Really, you can pretty much say there's one solid severe thunderstorm warning box from St. Robert, Waynesville, all the way down to Willow Springs. We have a total of 5 severe thunderstorm warnings, but basically it's all along and ahead of these cells that are producing some very large hail right now. Anybody up and want to go live stream for a sec here with me? So let's take a look here at see where the boys are at. They're making pretty good progress. This is where Team Havoc and 417 Chasers are right along 60 highway right now. They're heading eastbound. And again, I think their target goal was to hit over here near Kabul and try to intercept this southern cell as it continues to move off to the northeast. I think that's the game plan. All right, if you're here on our stream, we appreciate you guys jumping in here with us. And of course, we watch these cells fire up over here in southwest Missouri. And we were kind of having our storm chasers waiting on these cells, and they began to fire up, slowly began to intensify. And they are actually really starting to intensify with very large hail, the prominent threat, with these 4 or 5 individual cells here now in south central Missouri. So pretty much kind of away from our western Missouri, eastern Kansas that we really focus on. These storm chasers out there are trying to get a little bit of experience out there as they go out on this chase, trying to figure out what works, what doesn't work. So our primary concern is make sure that everybody in southwest Missouri, the western half of Missouri, eastern Kansas, make sure that they're in the know of what is going on around their area. Right now, the storm chasers are going after these severe thunderstorms out here in south central Missouri. I do believe that I am going to go ahead and end my stream here, since we know that the western half of Missouri, eastern Kansas, are going to be left with a beautiful rest of their Friday. You will likely be seeing a lot more of me as we go into Sunday night, Monday, and Tuesday, as that's when the western half of Missouri and eastern Kansas are set to be under the gun for strong to severe thunderstorms during that time. So you'll be seeing probably quite a bit of me here as we go toward the end of the weekend into the first part of next week. We'll let the storm chasers head out and continue to track these thunderstorms in south central Missouri. Hopefully be able to 417 deploy a probe out ahead of the severe thunderstorm warning down east of Ava, the southern cell on this line. So make sure you guys go and follow their streams if you want to keep watching this afternoon. And of course, 417 Chasers, Team Havoc, and Nader Boys, they're going to be continuing live on their own social media accounts. And so I encourage you guys to follow them. But for right now, southwest Missouri, west central Missouri, eastern Kansas, we're in the clear for any severe weather for the rest of our Friday. Thank you guys so much for staying with the stream, and stay weather aware. We'll be talking to you soon.